Ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So South Carolina's offense has the ball first today. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all off.
Breaks into the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up when we talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Gonna run it. It's Sampson. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
The Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll get rid of it. He's got it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. And the Gamecocks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
Starts return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Texas A&M's offense will go to work for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, Dave.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win?
There he goes! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes to go. 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 2 minutes to go.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Dropping back, it's Bowie. Under fire. Grabbed over the middle, it's Garrison. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Aggies have their offense in high gear. Try to get it to the edge. Oh, better look out. Picks up the first down. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll give it to him again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the move, it's Lewis. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Extra point here would tie the game.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. It's the conference finale today. Win this one. Extra football ahead. Has taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, that looking ahead, always point to the future, like they need to win today. Like their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year, in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The number one goal was to win the conference, and they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. Stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. The running back has it. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Acho. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. And the Gamecocks trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Touchdown, South Carolina. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Third and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Handoff to the single back. Oh, he's got some space. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. And the Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
Number 17, on to punt and roll.
Hunt is on its way. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Power football with the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Gets it past the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. Can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running back searching for a hole. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Lowers those pads. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. And the Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Tight end now in motion. Trying to pound their way in. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way. Knocked it right down the middle. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Almost had the completion, just missed it. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll feel the punt and try to make something happen. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete in the middle. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Now down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Quarterback making adjustments. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Just going to keep it after the snap. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
That's good for a fighting Texas Aggie.
Looking downfield, it's Bowie. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Texas A&M going up tempo. Back to pass on second down. Got him downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. It's third down, and they've got to get it to the 33. The corners are walked up tight. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lewis. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab. It's done. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He splits the uprights. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Florida Atlantic has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Boca Raton. They're up by a field goal over USF. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Hauls in the deep ball. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference. Defense.
The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be.
He's got it! Into the secondary on the right. The 20. Touchdown, Aggie. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Acho. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the single back. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
To the ground. He's got it again.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Moves around to clear up the vision. That's caught. It's best. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. The Gamecocks are on the move. The give to the back. Running to Green. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked. Good run and a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add them.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try the left side. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Looking to throw, it's Bowie. This time he's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the ground, it's Lewis. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Here we go.
Back to pass. The screen, he's got wheels. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Off and running. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggie.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. They'll send the back in motion. The option look. He'll pitch it. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. At the 45 on his way. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers, wide open spaces. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Gamecocks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. A 1st down run on the door doorstep. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Scanning the field, it's Bowie. Grabbed behind the line, it's Sanders. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Let's go! They'll run it. Breaks the tackle. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Catch in the middle, it's done. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Fullback's got it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. What a cut. Now he's loose. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the 4th down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Unloads to the right. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the 2nd half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Snagged on the outside. It's best. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
He'll keep it himself. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Aggies. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. He leaves it with the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs. And if I get a few 1st downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Now he'll let one fly down the left side.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm. And I think that's why.
Turning it on! He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. He rifles one deep to the left. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's called it.
The give as they work on that clock. At the 20, he's got space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. They go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Florida Atlantic is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. They're trailing by 10 to USF. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Bowie. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Snagged in the middle, it's Sanders. Slips a tackle and he's got room. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take.
He lets it fly. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. A first down for the offense. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it on the move. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And the Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger. Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the punishment has been extended. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A strike downfield. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in the...
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Got it in the middle. It's done. They'll immediately call timeout.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know that
it's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Got some room to run. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first. Your first interception. He'll always remember.
Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Back to pass. It's Bowie. Pocket breaking down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every